Earlier this week, in an interview, we saw the South Korean president talk about joint nuclear exercises with the United States. And then shortly after, US President Joe Biden said they weren't. So why do you think the US was so quick to walk this back?
Washington has a lot on its plate, and Washington does not want to be seen to be taking its eye off key global crises. And we know that there are lots of global crises at the moment. I mean, Russia and Ukraine, the paralysis of the UN Security Council, China, which has been a vital part and an increasingly vital part of the US's national security strategy. But I think another reason to bear in mind, Yoon Suk-yeol, the South Korean president, he is trying to have his own independent foreign policy, and South Korea, this is one of the dilemmas that South Korea has: an ironclad alliance with the United States historically, but also a need to develop its own independent foreign policy, and particularly in terms of defense. Okay, but I think that the Biden administration is just trying to remain cautious now. Um, I think the Biden administration does not want to move too quickly with respect to any forms of commitment to South Korea, to Japan, particularly given how rapidly the geopolitics of the Northeast Asian region is changing.
As we saw with Kim Jong-un's New Year's speech, we heard that he wants to accelerate the development of his nuclear program exponentially, was the word he used. So what does this mean for security in the region?
We've seen North Korea end 2022 exactly how it started the year. Missile launches and missile tests, okay? And we know that last year, particularly the latter half of the year, saw an unprecedented, hitherto unseen number of ballistic missiles. And we've also seen North Korea, Kim Jong-un's end of year speech to the party emphasized that this year, in 2023, North Korea's plan is to increase its missile capabilities exponentially. That was the word that he used, and to try and counter both South Korea and the US. Now, everyone has been talking about a seventh nuclear test, arguably since this time last year. Okay, analysts, etc., reports and things. My concern is that given the state of international order at the moment, and what do I mean by that? I mean continued global focus on Ukraine, paralysis of the United Nations Security Council. If North Korea were to conduct a seventh nuclear test, it would not only highlight North Korea's determination, increasing sophistication of missile and nuclear capabilities, but arguably this was expected. Crucially, it would highlight that the UN Security Council is completely impotent. I think a weakened UN Security Council is a big global concern.